Hey, Jesse.
Hello, Lindsay.
What are you drinking this afternoon?
Good boy. I'm just going to say good boy over here.
And who is Good Boy made by? My favorite golfer.
It's so amazing. And it's just like the, is it a cranberry or some kind of berry?
What did you get? Blackberry?
Blackberry, cranberry,
But who's Good Boy made by?
You tell me, Lindsay. You know all the
John
cool
Delaney,
stuff.
right?
John.
Yeah, that's his government name, right? Oh my God, I have to Google it. 'Cause I've had a few drinks.
John Daly.
Where the fuck did I get Delaney?
I knew you were going to fuck it up.
Daly and his pants.
And his flask. And his everything.
John Daly. Why did I say Delaney? I knew I was going to fuck it up because I'm a little buzzed.
You're
Just hit me.
You're okay, Lindsay. But, I put a little crown with it, but because, I like it. And I like it a little harder than.
But what flavor did you get? Do you remember? Is it blackberry?
Is it cranberry or blackberry? Blackberry. It was a blackberry sweet tea.
So John Daly makes a hard seltzer that is flavored iced tea. Mm-hmm. And it has less calories, like 5 less calories than other seltzers. And
I'm still drinking.
So while we were in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire,
I'm still drinking it right now.
Oh my God, let me talk. Let me say the side story how we discovered this drink.
Oh yes, go ahead.
So we were in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire. Jesse and I are walking the streets because it's off season. We're looking for a place where we can find some seltzers to take back to the room. Mm-hmm. And we found a little package store. I was like, all right, we'll try these because it's John Daly. And then I'm going to get some. They had lime only White Claws, right? It was just pure. It was like all lime. And I love the lime. So
don't bring it all the way out. Okay, bring it all the way out, Lindsay. I want to hear the whole story. I want to hear it. I want to hear your rendition of what the fuck really happened while we were up there.
So we get back to the room. Yes. The room is very tiny, but the balcony is fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. So we hung out on the balcony a lot. And it had a perfect view of the ocean. It was gorgeous. So we're drinking the John Daly's. I had a half of one and I was like, I don't like it. So Jesse's like, I like it and I'm going to drink all these bitches.
Yeah.
And he did. And he ended up like stripping down to his undies and was like, and you had on your undies and sunglasses and you're like, I'm on vacation. I've done all kinds of driving. Fuck these pants. I'm just, yeah. This
is not a high up balcony. This is a second floor balcony.
Everybody can see us. Our neighbors can see us.
You know what, Lindsay?
But you had on pretty panties.
I gotta look right now. I think I'm wearing the same underwear that I was wearing then.
I saw the ones you were wearing.
Are they
They're
these?
not. You had on the palm trees. No. You had on the ones with pink palm trees.
Oh.
It looked like a bathing suit.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like inappropriate.
No.
But for our little family.
You look like you could have been John Daly's brother.
On vacation.
John
Daly on vacation.
Out there drinking John Daly hard seltzer.
For some reason, I was hot. I don't know why I was hot.
It was warm.
But it shouldn't have been. We were in like New England area.
It did not get cold till we got to New York, which was two days later.
You're right. And they must have had some cold because I seen the leaves changing a little bit, but still, yeah, it wasn't cold as I thought it would have been. Yeah.
The temperature did drop the next morning because when we went out to watch the sunrise, I was like, ooh, let me get my sweater.
It was sweater weather.
Yeah.
What are you drinking over there, Lindsay, with your stories?
So I have, I got Vista Bays this week and I have the mixture of the lemon and the lime. So it's like a hard seltzer Sprite. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite mixtures.
So, our listeners want to see you do something extravagant next podcast. You need to do something out of the box. Lindsay out of the box next podcast. I just want to get people excited for that.
Okay.
Is that cool?
That's cool.
We're going to fist bump on something wild?
Like a wild drink?
Something crazy. I want Lindsay to do something completely insane for our next podcast.
All right.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Not putting you on the spot, but let's do something way out there. I don't know what the hell, an elephant fart or something stupid like that. What was the gorilla fart that I used to drink in Jacksonville years ago? That was a cool drink. It was wild.
Well, we'll Google some stuff and we'll get the ingredients and we'll
Maybe we
do
need
it.
to go back to the chart for next podcast.
And you know what? Okay, I'm not even going to tell you what we're talking about next time, but it'll be on brand. I'll do something on brand for that time period.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Is it on our chart? Because we need to go back to the chart.
Yes, it is.
We have a whole season. We have a chart. And I think we shared it live, like on video,
a couple of
on
times.
YouTube and everything. Yeah. So we need to go back to the chart maybe, or, let's do something crazy. I want to do something
I'm
crazy.
going to apologize in advance. We have usually we do our episode and then we record a recap afterwards because it's called Drunk About Something. So we want to be drunk. But we did it reverse today because we wanted to be a little more serious on our recap because we were recapping about Emily Pike, which is the serious subject.
We need to just.
So we're a little more buzzed than normal.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one, right? It's going to be a fun one. And I can't wait to do it. And Lindsay, let's just kick this thing off. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh my God. Happy Friday. Dude, I want to bump this. Can I bump this?
Love it.
All the way. So we're in season 2. Do you think I should change the theme song? Ever?
No, ever.
Ever,
no.
never?
No.
Well, why am I so new to this? People that have been listening to podcasts for thousands of years, back in the caveman days and stuff, they have the same theme song forever, forever, ever, ever, and ever. So this is going to be our theme song
all the ones that I
forever.
listen to.
I can't change it.
That are multi-million-dollar ones, they have the same theme song.
The same theme?
The same theme song.
The same one. All the same theme songs they ever had since they started. Okay.
I got to ask you really quick.
Oh, shit.
What made you feel old this week?
I remember what I put on this paper that you have in front of you, Lindsay. I do.
So, do you want to read it? You can
No,
read
I don't.
It.
I do remember it this time. I'm
okay.
not going to look
remember
at it. I'm not going to look at it, Lindsay. Silas has been jamming Rage Against the Machine.
And who else?
Oh, so many.
Well, and who else is Rage Against the Machine? What other band are they in?
Audio Slave.
With Chris Cornell.
And I was telling him about Prophets of Rage and how, we inadvertently kind of bestowed that upon him, but we didn't push it on him.
No.
So him as a child, we listened to a lot of music growing up, and I guess he just clasped onto it, but he wasn't not completely involved until the last few months to the point.
But he was obsessed with Rage when he was a toddler.
Yeah.
And now he is re-obsessed.
He broke away, went to Green Day, Oasis.
He's been through so many things. Metallica,
AC/DC.
White Stripes, AC/DC. So many obsessions. Ozzy Osbourne.
But now he is on Rage Against the Machine,
Sabbath.
which is at my age.
And he's so cute. He's wearing hats like Tom Morello. I love it so much. And he looks cute in hats.
I
He's
need to
adorable.
get him some button-up shirts, some little mechanic shirts. Yes, with the little things. But anyhow, so at my age, I wasn't much older. And I was probably about another year and ish older than him when
you were his age when
I latched on.
Yeah.
I latched on.
I was a little older because I didn't discover Rage until Godzilla soundtrack with No Shelter.
Yeah, you were just such a late blooming flower. That's why your flower petals just are still bright to
They
me.
are so bright.
Mine are old and wilted.
No, because we latch on to new bands.
I may have more flower petals than you at the moment, but mine are just older. Does that make sense? I don't know. Whatever. But Silas fucking latched on fully on the Rage Against the Machine, and I'm loving it. And he's wanting the guitar that I've always wanted in my life.
Arm the Homeless.
And that makes me feel old because
and we saw that in real time when we saw Prophets of Rage.
We have seen the Arm the Homeless twice. Yeah. We've seen it at Rockville a little bit. We didn't watch the set, but we've seen the set. Does that make sense? Different stages.
Yeah.
Tom Morello is just...
He's a god.
He is a god, a rock god. And we've seen, how many rock gods have you seen, real quick?
Oh, I can't count.
No, guitar rock gods.
Slash.
Yes.
Tom Morello.
Yeah.
What's his name? Oh my God. Shh, don't tell me. My boo from Slipknot. Jim Root.
Jim Root.
Cody Quistad. He's a god in my opinion.
Yeah.
I love Cody from Wage War.
I'm gonna give you this right here, Sinister Gates.
Oh my God, I've seen.
I had to get that to you.
That was next, and I wanted to listen to A7X on the way home, and I forgot as soon as we got in the car.
No, we have seen so many iconic, just the guitar players. Period. We haven't seen Angus yet, though. I mean, Angus at his age is still, no matter what.
We've saw Wes Borland.
We've seen Wes Borland.
We've seen Head Monkey.
We're so fucking on the same page here. No, honestly, like there's just been so many iconic. Just they changed the world
and
playing
then
that guitar.
The most amazing bassist of all time, fucking Les Claypool.
Yes. Yeah, I mean that's bass god style.
I know, but I mean, like,
I get it.
Oh, there's just so many today. We'll have to sit down and make a list.
Should we? Y'all let us know who your favorite guitar player is. I want to know who your favorite guitar player is.
Because ours is I mean, we both love Jimi Hendrix, but he's no longer with us. But Tom everybody loved Jimmy.
Yeah.
But Tom Morello, that's us. That's millennials.
N
A.
Yay.
And Wes also, yeah.
And you know what? You can strip it all the way down to White Stripes because simplicity is huge if you do it the right way. So it doesn't matter, right? Jack White can fucking play amazing.
White.
Woo.
Oh my God.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Let's talk about that real quick.
Just and then you got Buckethead.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And John Five.
Why don't we John Five?
Oh.
Fuck.
Whoa, we've seen him twice.
Yeah, we've seen him with Rob and with Manson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't seen we did see Lita Ford, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we see Lita Ford?
I think so.
With Alice Cooper? Was that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I was talking about that when Silas, I was like, this guy's he's glam rock, but he's like
he saw Alice Cooper. Yeah.
He's seen him get beheaded.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, so Jesse, right now, you guys are, if we have any Gen X and beyond listeners, we're really sorry, but we love the guitarists from Leonard Skinner, but we can never remember their names.
Did they make it to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
They sure as fuck did. Hold on. We're going to Google it right now.
We're going to do this. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. One of our favorite rap groups.
Hey, Google. Leonard Skinner guitarists. All right. So we got Ricky Medlock, Mark Madajaka, and Damon Johnson. And oh my God. And we forgot fucking Kurt Hammett.
Yeah.
Hammett. Is it Hammett or Hammond?
Hammond.
It's Hammett. It's Hammett.
Yeah.
With a T.
Metallica.
Yes.
So, but no, Leonard Skinner is like literally 50 miles away from us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know.
So is what? Because
I feel like
Wes Borland was too.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. And our DNA, but past DNA. Oh my God. Lindsay, Outcast.
That is Hammett. You were correct.
Hammett.
You were you were right.
With it.
Or was I right?
I thought I said T, but I don't remember now. It's been too long ago.
Hammett. Okay.
This has been long.
We're ashamed of ourselves.
This is a long time ago, Lindsay.
Yes. But we have seen the Rock Gods.
Less than 2 minutes ago, and I don't remember.
We have seen the Rock Gods. Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Whose lead singer was also in Rage.
So our unicorns, though, Outcast for sure. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
System of a Down for sure.
The whole world loves it when you don't get down. That's Jesse and I love that song. That's our favorite Outcast song.
Love it.
Yeah.
And for them to get inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And Jim Carrey?
You just said Jim Carrey.
I'm done.
I'm going to the bathroom.
All of his Gary. Well, he was there. Yes. All the Garys,
and I loved
all the
his
Jim.
jacket. I loved his whole fit.
I did. I really did. And it was just amazing. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Oh my God, check it out. So with all that being said, Lindsay, what made you feel old this week?
How fast time is going by. and I may have said this before, but the fact that I am buying Thanksgiving groceries, I feel like I just did this 2 weeks ago.
Like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it seems generic whenever I bring up things and I'm like, I think I've already said this before. Oh my God, time is flying so fast.
Mm-hmm. And
oh, wow, dude. We're
when
like
we were
90
kids,
already. We don't even know it.
When we were kids, we would talk about how shit would just take forever. But our children are talking about how fast time is going. So it's like, it's weird.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it felt like it took forever to get to summer. And I was just like, I couldn't wait for
And then summer was over.
Summer.
Because we
over,
had such an epic summer, and we're going to do that all over again next year. Like we had.
You know, the cool thing about it is eventually we're going to be grabbing like grandkids up for summer. And I was talking to you about
We already
that.
are. They went with us every time.
Yeah, I want a whole grandkid, just one, for like a week during the summer. Just to have like that
every
connection.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, a whole week, just one. And it's been bestow upon all that we can put on them.
We'll wait till the third one is like 5. Then we'll start doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down. You know, we had the grandkids over, you know, this weekend, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
And I want to spend so much personal time with them without all the other ones, because we got like 4.
Mm-hmm.
And
right now,
uncleism was a big thing. Lindsay, you know, whenever Gen Z started, uncleism was a big thing for me. And I love to bestow personal time onto any human that I could. That was, you know, my nieces and nephews, and personal time. And they all consider me as their favorite uncle. Mm-hmm. It's because I would take them as personal time. And some of them did some crazy things, you know. I had one of them shit on me one time. I was at a powwow.
Well, that's part of being an uncle.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's just, you know.
That's what I had. We had just started dating. Like we were maybe 2 months in, and you called me that next morning to check in. He went to a powwow with his nephew. I couldn't go because I had to work. Like I was off Saturday, but I had to work Sunday. And a powwow was a 3-day event. Yeah, especially one out of town. You don't really want to try to date. We did make it work a lot for day trippers. Yeah. But what you were host drum.
Lead singer of the host drum.
Lead singer of the host drum, and you had to be gone the full weekend. Yeah, and I couldn't do it because, like, first of all, we had just met. I work in a restaurant. It's hard to get, and I was only 6 years in. Now I'm almost 20. January will be 20 years in.
You'd be like, F off, dude. I'm going to go hang.
Oh, yeah. Like, I've already requested Mother's Day weekend off, which my boss is going to shit a brick. But guess what? It's already approved. So
blasphemy.
It's already approved. Can't say shit.
Years ago in early Gen Z-ville, like, I would go off and, you know, I would do my, you know, powwows and things, you know, things that I had already committed to before that. And
before we met and...
I've stepped away a little bit, but I think we're going to go back. I think I want to go back in March. I think it's going to happen.
Well, we had other things. There was other things that you wanted to do. You had done all that for so long. Yeah. You're like, all right, I want to do this too. Yeah. And which was pursue the band.
And us stuff too.
And us stuff and trips. And there's only so many hours and weeks and months and years.
Yeah.
But...
You have stories.
I have a pretty long one today.
You told me that I needed my plant this
So y'all,
this one.
Yeah. Lock in. Let's get started. So I wanted to cover another cult. Oh. And I was looking through my saved cases and I found the one that I wanted to talk about this week. So Jesse and I recently visited Fall River, Massachusetts.
Oh.
And stayed at the Lizzie Borden house and covered the crimes that happened there, which are, you know, the most people are familiar with. But did you know that there was a satanic cult happening around the time of the Satanic Panic in that area?
Really?
Yeah. So that's what we're drinking about today.
Oh, cheers.
Yes, cheers.
By the way, by all means.
Clink. Let's take a sip. I need to vocal. We got a little cold coming on.
Yeah, we all kind of snotty over here. But, you know, we're doing the damn thing. And Lindsay's fixing to puddle the fuck out of me. And I didn't know it was a cult thing. Holy shit. We did one on our own town one time.
Check that out. Hometown cult. Go back to our backlog.
Whoa.
Well, in the 70s and 80s, Fall River experienced a large climb in sex work due to the recession at that time. And it had been building for quite some time. So during the time of the Borden murders, this town was booming with the textile industry. But by the 70s, it was a lot different. By the 1970s, it was a lot different because that happened in the late 1800s. And when we went, it was beautiful again. So Fall River has been through some shit, y'all. Okay.
Ethnicity, though, there's a lot of Portuguese people in
right
there. Are we going to talk about something?
We might no, not this time. We might have to go way back for that, way before the Borden, because Portuguese immigrants was already pretty predominant through there, and they are now. Right?
Wow, that's crazy.
So, sex work was so rampant that women from other cities would come to work the streets of Fall River to make money, to provide for their families.
They knew where to go to get a come up.
And clients from all over came to partake in this industry, some as far away as Florida.
What?
Yeah.
So is that like the Epstein Island of fucking?
It was, like, and it's really fun. When I get further into it, when I tell you the ages of some of these people involved, it's
oh no, Lindsay.
Yeah,
because you know me, I've been so fucking just predominantly fucking enthusiastic about getting justice for what people get groomed into, and trying to be, you know, they're just trying to make. A living something.
So let me get into it, okay?
Okay.
So a man named Carl Drew, who was from New Hampshire, and we just talked about that, he'll be one of the main people we talk about through this case. Carl was from a poor farming family in New Hampshire and was born in 1954. And Jesse and I saw it's still very farming today. Like, we literally drove 5 minutes to Walmart. And in that 5 minutes, we went from beach strip to tractors and silos. It was crazy. Like how different the scenery changed in New Hampshire.
We took a left. That was it. We're there.
Yeah. Now, his father was an abusive alcoholic. And liked to punish Carl in ways that some of us can't imagine.
But Lindsay, why can't you bring up a father that I can say faja?
You can't.
I can't.
Because, most of the time there's a lot of salad ingredients here, okay?
Always.
His father beat him regularly and one time made him retrieve dead rats from the bottom of a well while he had Carl tied by the ankles, and lowered him into the well. He was also made to slaughter the farm animals, and Carl was little when he was doing this, and this would make him physically ill. And I can attest to that. I've shared the story on an episode before where I didn't participate in the slaughtering, but I watched my uncle slaughter a pig, and I puked my guts up.
Horrified. But to be tied by the ankles and drop down into a well
to retrieve dead rats.
You're done. You're fucked.
Trauma.
You're traumatized. From then on.
Then on top of it, you're slaughtering animals. And okay, so there was a pit on this farm that consisted of the discarded parts of slaughtered animals that Carl fell into after he had refused to slaughter and dismember a horse that had been burnt in a barn fire. So his father was so mad at his refusal that he cornered Carl towards the edge of this pit, and Carl fell in. So he fell into an entire pit of animal innards and carcasses.
Nowhere near as cool as the pit that we've seen from Parks and Rec.
I fell into the pit.
No, not the cool pit. The gut pit.
Thank you for that, because that's all I could think about.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh,
I fell into the pit. He fell into the pit. We all fell in the pit.
What? No.
Into the pit. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
No, like, okay, this is really horrific
it
already,
is.
right
it
off.
Is.
Like, traumatizing. Oh, Lindsay.
Well, in 1968, when Carl was 14, he quit school and left home. So all that happened before the age of 14. So he drifted from town to town, surviving on the streets, and came to Fall River in the 70s. Now, while he was in Fall River, he got into some crime and he was convicted of robbery in the area and had to stay there as part of his parole agreement. So he was locked into Fall River. Well, after he got out, he got into the drug scene and would later become a pimp for sex workers.
No.
Carl was what we would call a biker. He drove a motorcycle, wore a leather jacket, and wore steel-toed combat boots, and joined a biker gang called the Sidewinders. And they were in affiliation with Hell's Angels.
So many, even here in town.
He had hate tattooed on his left hand and a red devil on his forearm with Satan's Avengers underneath. Now, his area of business was on Bedford Street. Did we drive down that street?
We did.
We did.
We got lost up there.
We did.
We were just
trying to find something to drink. Yeah.
Like a seltzer.
And I just want y'all, if y'all ever visit Fall River, you cannot buy anything alcoholic at a bodega. You got to go straight to the liquor store. So, and we did not know that. And we drove to how many? God, I don't even know.
It was 555, and I was like, what? I really couldn't. I couldn't.
Like I said, so his area was business was on Bedford Street, where he would connect Johns with sex workers. He was a very violent pimp, as well as a thief, and these actions would land him in jail often. Now, he was very protective of his girls, but he was violent to them as well. So, like, they felt safe with him, but they were also terrified of him. It was fucking wild feeling.
Which is no existence for any female human.
No, absolutely not.
No existence to feel like you're having to come up and having to do that.
And this was just survival for them.
But never.
Yeah.
Never.
It was absolutely terrible.
In life. Wow.
In one instance, he threw a man down a flight of stairs that had been violent towards one of his girls. He was arrested. He escaped from the squad car and tried to make a run for the Canadian border through the blizzard of 78 on a snowmobile.
Not in 78, Lindsay.
In 78.
I remember that blizzard. That was before I was born.
But he was still caught. And now that man, he later died in the hospital. But that man had been a drug addict. And the medical examiner couldn't say if he died from drugs or from the injuries that Carl had bestowed upon him. So Carl was free to go and went back to his life of being a pimp on Bedford Street.
Carl was a hard ass.
Carl was a hard ass. So in June of 1979, a sex worker named Karen Marsden met up with him at a bar called the Penthouse with her friend Cookie, and Cookie's car had just been stolen. So Karen wanted to see if Carl could get the car back because, you know, he had connections with all the peeps that could possibly retrieve a stolen vehicle.
Lindsay, I feel like every one of these stories is a cookie.
We have not talked about one cookie yet.
Well, when it comes to pimps and prostitutes, there's always a cookie.
Probably, yes. So Cookie promised him $75 if he could find her car. And when he did, Carl decided that $75 wasn't going to be enough.
Not enough.
He told Cookie that she needed to pay off her debt by working for him. And Cookie wasn't a sex worker, so she refused. She was like, no, fuck off. Here's $75. This is what I got. Thank you for finding my car, but this is what I got. And then Carl was like, I will kill your children.
What?
If you don't work for me. Kill your children. So what else is Cookie going to do?
You're fucking me up right now.
Now, in the world of sex work, Carl was kingpin, you know? He was the Bedford Street pimp. Like, he was the fucker.
He was running it.
But there was a 17-year-old girl named Robin Murphy who would try and give him a run for his money. And I'm going to tell you her age over and over because it still blows my fucking mind. Okay.
17-year-old Robin Murphy.
Now, there's not a whole lot of her backstory out there, but she was born in 1962. She grew up in Fall River with her mom and stepfather. She was super street smart, manipulative, and very violent. When Robin was only 11 years old, She had left home after an argument with her mother and was picked up by an older man named Andy Maltese. It's either Maltese or Maltese. One of the two.
Robin knew the game before the game was even invented.
Literally.
She knew the game.
Now, Andy was a drug addict. He was a pedophile. He was a rapist. And he was a sadomasochist. And he also said that he was a worshiper of Satan.
Oh, here we go.
He drove Robin out to the Freetown Fall River State Forest. He raped her and then took her home.
Nancy.
He would continue to pick her up from school in the afternoons to take her to the same spot, give her drugs, rape her, and it was just a cycle. It just kept happening. So Andy Maltese just groomed Robin into the person that she would later become. I mean, honestly, fuck Andy. We're going to say it right off the rip. Fuck Andy.
Off rip.
Fuck Andy.
Fuck Andy. All the way to the Andes.
Starting at 11 years old.
That's fucking horrific. You got me planting.
I know.
Robert Plant.
It's not going to get any better. So
Lindsay.
Hold the plant's hand.
Okay. I'm on the plant.
Now, Andy convinced her, as many abusers do, that if she told anyone, she would be the one to get in trouble.
No.
Now, this would later on cause a lot of mental health problems with Robin. She would have failed relationships with men and women, all while Andy continued to abuse her. And Andy would also convince her to worship Satan, just like him. So we have talked in the past about the Church of Satan. This is different than devil worship. So the Church of Satan is basically a mockery to Christianity, where they are just, they just worship oneself. They're just selfish. They're like, treat yourself. You talked about Parks and Rec, so
we
I'm
talked
going there
about it in
again.
our first podcast.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Church of Satan, or a Satanist, is just a selfish human being that worships themselves. They care about them. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in the devil. They don't believe in any spiritual entity. Okay.
Whatever that is glorifying to their self as far as anything. I mean,
now the devil, right. Now, devil worship, on the other hand, is, so think about when you go to church and you worship God. This is what a devil worshiper does. They, instead of worshiping God,
opposite side,
they worship devil. They pray to him. They speak to him, like, just like if you were in a prayer talking to God. In a devil worshiper's mind or in their religion, they pray to Satan.
Which
instead.
on both accounts is not healthy. In either way, you're either selfish or you're supporting something that's negative to me.
Well, I encourage our listeners, because I've already got a long script here, but I encourage y'all to look up the history of devil worship and see how similar it is to Christianity. Just the opposite. It's similar, but different entities. It's wild. Okay.
Okay.
So I did a lot of research on it, but that could be a whole different episode.
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like what I said. I just feel like that.
Now, it wouldn't be hard for Andy to convince her to worship Satan, because Robin had already shown interest in the occult. So she was already on that cusp already, which is still wild to me too, because like, I heard in I always listen to a couple of different podcasters' point of views of the same subject. And the red-handed ladies, like Hannah, said that everybody fucks with the occult in their teen years, but I didn't. So I'm like, is that why I'm interested in it now?
Yeah, well, you couldn't.
I wasn't allowed to. But is that why I'm interested in it now? Because I wasn't. Do we all have an occult phase? Like, you know?
I feel like you didn't have that, Lindsay.
Right.
I feel like everybody really had that. Rebellious. You want to come up with something
and
understanding.
I don't even feel like it's in a rebellion. I think it's just, I just want to explore everything else there is to believe in.
Right.
Because I want understanding.
That's your adult perspective.
Right.
And well, as a kid, where I went through that, and so many people did, you want to have that rebellious, you want to try something different. You want to be like, I want to break away from everything that's been pushed on me and be independent.
And that makes sense because as my, I wasn't allowed to do things as a kid. So, and I don't even call it a rebellion now. Now I'm just able to be who I am. Yeah,
but you were raised in fear and everything else.
Right.
So
I was raised.
You didn't strive over to that area just to be the exploration of, I want to see what's on this other side, to see why there's another side. A lot of that fear was lifted when I did realize that most of everything I was ever taught was a lie or a fabrication. So I'm like, well, I want to go study this over here. And I want to deep dive into this. Yeah. Which is interesting to me because you're discovering all that as an adult, where a lot of kids did all that as, teenagers or whatever. So crazy.
Now, Robin would later find that Satanism was a way to control people with fear of Satan's wrath. So she would use it as like a controlling tactic as well. Robin was I ain't never seen no teenager like Robin so far in anything that we've talked about. So Robin was feared in school, but she was very highly intelligent, which made her able to be like a really big bully at the same time. And she showed zero remorse for any actions, for any bad actions. Like, she's like, I don't give a fuck. Robin did not give a fuck. She was a really good liar too. And I need all of our listeners and you to hang on to that fact as I tell the rest of the story.
I feel like she's going to push whatever that as part of her come up.
Yes. So Robin would quit school really early on, and she became a sex worker herself on Bedford Street, but she did not work for Carl. She did sex work like on her own. She was her own agent. She was her own pimp.
Independent.
She was independent, and she was too smart for a pimp. Now, so that made Carl not like her at all.
No, she's competition.
And I'm going to say it again, and then I'm going to say it more times. She's 17 years old.
Fuck.
Okay. So before she had moved out of her mother's house, her mom had sent her to a doctor for mental health testing. And Robin was so good at lying and manipulation that the doctor thought that she had lied on her tests because she didn't want to be diagnosed with anything. But it was believed that she had antisocial personality disorder. And I did not elaborate on that, but you guys have Google. Y'all know what's up. Google what that is. So in 1979, Robin was living in a housing project called Harbor Terrace. And she was in a relationship with a woman named Sunny Sparta, who had been a sex worker in the past, but now was like a mother to the other girls in the industry. She was kind of like the madam. Now, Sunny was also a worshiper of the devil. She would also spend some time, or Robin would also spend time with Karen Marsden, who we talked about just a minute ago, intimately. But Karen was scared of Robin. Like she was intimate with her, but she was scared of her all at the same time. And Karen was a little older. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like I said, and Karen was a little older. She was around 20 years old. And she had gotten into sex work due to her heroin addiction, which is so sad.
Yeah.
And she had a son who was in foster care, and she lived with her grandmother. That was Karen. Now, despite Robin and Carl hating each other, they were part of the area's satanic cult. This cult was known in the area by everyone, including the police. This cult had anywhere from 15 to 25 members, and their meeting place during like summer and stuff was in the forest, where they would sacrifice animals such as goats or cats on an altar, and they would speak in tongues.
Yeah.
Just like a Pentecostal.
Oh, it's unhealthy either way.
Yes.
Fuck.
Now, they would pour blood of the animal on a chosen member's head. Now, sometimes this was on a member who wanted it, and sometimes it was served as a punishment. When it was cold, they would meet in Sunny Sparta's apartment and try to summon the devil through chanting and prayer. Very similar to praying to God. It really is. It's chilling to me how similar.
Yeah, I mean, the blood of Christ and
Right.
things, but like, okay, on either entity, how do you...
And there was, in the Bible, you read about animal sacrifices for God.
And they stripped away so many books that were that crazy religion part of it.
I mean, was it Genesis where Abraham was going to have to sacrifice his own kid?
That's just what they let us know. I mean, there's so many other books in that have been stripped away. And the practice of it...
And just like Cain and Abel.
All together, though, yeah.
Cain sacrificed a lamb where Abel sacrificed vegetables,
right,
and crops,
and the whole Handmaid's Tale thing.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying.
Watch Handmaid's Tale. Period.
No, there's nothing you can do on either side that actually makes anything fucking valuable. There's nothing that actually becomes anything as far as religious real thing. You're just doing a bunch of bullshit things that never become into anything that's worth it to worship, to me.
Well, like I said, the members said it was just like church, only their God was the devil. When a group member was disrespected by another, the rest of the group would punish the one who had disrespected. On the morning of October 12th, 1979, 2 joggers found the body of a teenage sex worker named Doreen Levesque. And she was under the bleachers of a vocational high school in the area. Her death had been caused by stoning.
Fuck.
And she had been stabbed in the back of the head post-mortem. She also had a baseball bat inside of her.
Inside of her, Lindsay. I'm fucking going to the plant. You're fucking with me right now. You're fucking fucked, Lindsay.
Well, investigators assumed that it was a sex crime or a revenge killing due to the brutality of the crime.
Oh.
This murder seemed to have been committed ritualistically and by more than one person. Well, in November of 79, Andy Maltese called the police and said that he had some information on Doreen's murder. Andy is the one that groomed Robin. Okay. If you need any recap, let me know, because there's a lot of players
he's
here.
like Fall Rivers had a fucking enough to begin with.
Right.
Fuck.
Now Andy said that he didn't know anything personally, but that Robin and Karen did. So he calls up the police. He's like, I got information. Now, I don't know anything personally, but you need to go talk to Robin Murphy and Karen Marsden. So he said that him and his ex-girlfriend, Barbara, had been in the cult, but he had since left and he no longer worshipped Satan. He now found Jesus.
Jesus.
And God talked to him all the time.
Jesus and prostitutes.
So he told them also that he was a psychic, which is crazy to me because my church background told me that psychic abilities was devil. So it's so, because we've talked about that quite a few times now.
Does that work? I mean,
Ed and Lorraine Warren was using psychic and clairvoyant abilities.
Wait a minute.
And it was tied with Christianity.
You're contradicting your contradictions.
Right. So Andy tricked Robin and Karen into meeting with Detective Paul Fitzgerald. And this scared the shit out of Karen. And she just kind of like blurted out, Carl Drew did it.
Yeah. I bet.
And Karen told Paul Fitzgerald that Carl was literally the devil himself. And if she were to turn up dead, it was Carl.
Well, isn't a part of the devil being deceiving? You know, you're going to tell lies and you're going to do your things. That's part of the devil.
Yes. Now, Robin would tell Fitzgerald that she knew nothing. This was all Karen. Now, Fitzgerald knew that Carl had been accused of murder before and that he was probably the one who had started the Bedford Street Satanic cult. But he needed more evidence, of course. Andy would continue to call Fitzgerald to check on the case and talk about his new Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And he would also ask about his ex-girlfriend, Barbara, who had been missing for a while. And Andy reported her missing, even though she was dating another guy.
I feel like I'm tracking right here. I feel
You're
like I'm tracking.
Okay, I'm so excited.
I'm tracking. Woo!
All right. It's going to get bad again. You ready?
No, but yeah.
Hold the plant's hand. I'm going to take a sip.
Okay, but Lindsay. Okay.
The Dayquil we had to take off mic got stuck in my throat. So on January 26th, a hunter was out running his dogs, and he found the decomposed body of a woman behind a printing factory. Her hands were tied, and she had been stoned, just like Doreen.
Shit.
And, like I said, she had been dead for some time. She was decomposing. And she had also been sexually assaulted. This woman would be Andy Maltese's ex-girlfriend, Barbara Raposa.
Oh.
She was only 19 years old. And when you think of a Barbara, you think of like a 65-year-old woman. But this Barbara was 19 years old.
This is 70s.
Exactly.
Right.
So the Barbaras were in their teenagers. They were teenagers then.
Barbaras,
yes. Now, Andy would be the first to be questioned since he was the ex and had reported her missing. But they let him go. Next, they questioned Barbara's current boyfriend, David Cohen. Now, he said the last time he had seen her, they had dinner and then she went to go to work, if you catch my drift. And he never saw her again. Now, why didn't he report her missing? Why did the ex, Andy, report her missing?
Nobody really pursued any of that shit.
Right. Because unfortunately, let's bring awareness to this too. Sex workers go unnoticed. So now there are 2 young sex workers dead, and they have both been stoned to death.
Damn.
On February 5th, 1980, Andy called Fitzgerald up and said, "Hey, I know how Barbara died. It was revealed to me in a dream." He said that in his psychic dream, he was floating above Barbara and watched as a big man in a leather jacket beat Barbara with a rock, and she had been screaming and calling his name to come help her. And when detectives showed him a picture of the field behind the printing factory, he pointed to the exact spot where her body had been found. And then he said, "Oh, wait, it wasn't a rock. It was a concrete cinder block." Now, the murder weapon had been a concrete cinder block, and that information had not been released. So this seemed more of a confession than a dream.
Yeah.
And Andy was arrested 2 days later for the murder of Barbara Raposa, and investigators hoped to tie Doreen Levesque to him as well. But it wasn't that simple. Well, on February 8th, still in 1980. So that's 3 days later, right? Yes. So that was 5th. Now we're on the 8th. Karen Marsden called Alan Sylvia, another detective who was on the case, and said Robin and Carl had taken her and another sex worker named Carol Fletcher out to a clearing deep in the woods. There was a pond, a stone structure with trees that had pentagrams carved into them. And this was the altar where animals had been sacrificed. But Robin said that every month during the full moon, they did a human sacrifice.
Fuck.
This ritual would consist of sex, drugs, chanting, trying to summon the devil. They're like, "Here's a soul for you, sir," whatever, So Robin would tell the women that if they talked to the police, Carl Drew would kill them by injecting them with battery acid and sacrifice their souls to the devil. Once again, Robin Murphy is 17 years old.
For fuck's sake. Oh my God.
I cannot with Robin Murphy. Okay.
You can't. Well, Robin Murphy. You can't.
Now, to Detective Alan Sylvia, he was like, "This is a little out there, girl, But it got him thinking that maybe he should look into Robin a little more. Karen Marsden was terrified for her and her family's life and asked Alan to please drop her off at St. Mary's Cathedral to stay there for safety. I guess they had you could go and stay at the church for refuge.
Yeah, sanctuary. Yeah.
Right. So the next day, on February 9th, Robin Murphy called the police and said, I want to get something off my chest. Can you come over to Sonny's? So they went to Sonny Sparta's house or her apartment, and they found Robin, who had been drinking and getting high. And she was sitting under this very large painting of Satan. And that was what was used for an altar for their cult meetings. Remember how I told you they went to the woods in the summer? They met at Sonny's in the winter. And I'm going...
Fucking horrific, Lindsay. So horrific.
I'm going to flip the page.
You can flip it.
Okay.
Turn the page. Fuck, Lindsay, every time you turn the page, I get more on edge.
I know.
I'm already falling off the seat here.
She tells detectives that Andy had indeed killed Barbara, and she was there when he did it. On November 7th, Robin had asked Andy for a ride to her mother's house, and she was at a restaurant, and when he picked her up, he said, well, I got to pick up Barbara as well. Robin says on the way to pick up Barbara, Andy flat out says that he's going to kill Barbara because she has been dating David Cohen. That was the newer boyfriend. Talks about him. The one who did not report her missing after she went missing. You know what I mean? Andy reported her missing, but not David.
Everybody's flipping shit.
Right.
Everywhere.
But Robin, she was like, whatever, Andy, you ain't going to kill nobody. And when they pick up Barbara, apparently she wasn't happy about Robin being in the car. And the two got into a flat out fist fight. And this was after they smoked a joint. Like, what?
Yeah. Wasn't good shit.
And I guess not, because when I partake, I ain't fighting nobody. I'm going to love you. And I'm going to talk your ear off.
It wasn't that good.
And I'm going to eat some snacks, but I ain't fist fighting shit.
You got to get some of that good.
But also, I'm not 17 years old, but I wasn't like that then. Like, I partook then, and I didn't want to fight nobody. I'm just not a fighter.
There's a lot
either.
of fucking turmoil going on.
There's a whole lot of turmoil. Yeah, I was not in this lifestyle whatsoever.
It wouldn't fucking sustain fucking what the fuck was really fucking going on. Fuck.
So, while they were fighting, Andy pulls behind the printing factory, and he tells Barbara to get out. Now, Robin says that Barbara then pulled down her pants, and Andy grabbed sex toys out of the trunk. Robin says she just hung out in the car while they did the deed, and then afterwards, they began to argue. And then she said that's when Andy beat Barbara with what she thought was a rock. And he got in the car and drove Robin home.
What?
Now, she said she had waited so long to tell anyone out of fear of Andy. But now that he was in jail, she was ready to talk. But she was still terrified for her safety, so she's like, I need some protection. So now she's the star witness in this murder case. So they put Robin in protective custody. She was put up in a hotel room, and she was checked on twice a day. Every day. That same day that she got put in, that she, told the story and got put into protective custody, Karen Marsden's grandmother reported her missing. So we've got Doreen, we've got Barbara. They're both dead. And now we have Karen Marsden, who has been a key player in all of this. She's missing. Now, Karen had told the police, if you remember, that if anything happened to her, Carl Drew did it.
Carl did it.
But they also knew that she was in a relationship with Robin. So Carl was brought in for questioning. He said that the last time he had seen Karen was after Alan Sylvia had dropped her off at the church. And he said that she was in a car with Robin and Carol Fletcher. So detectives talked to Karen's friends and other sex workers in Sonny Sparta. On February 16th, Detective Alan Sylvia and Paul Carey decided they would attend one of the cult services at Sonny Sparta's house. Carl Drew was there, and so was Robin. After the service was over, Alan said that he heard Robin speak in a disembodied voice and say, Satan will have its toll.
Quit, Lindsay.
Sorry.
Stop it.
That's just how I imagine it was. Because they said it was very deep, very man-like. It was crazy
You're
sounding.
scaring me over here.
Again, 17 years old.
Fuck,
Okay.
17.
So,
He's only
17. They continue to interview witnesses that may help them find Karen Marsden. Some pointed towards Carl. Others pointed towards Robin. And Sonny and another sex worker told detectives that Robin had told them that she actually killed Karen. So there's so much going on here. Now, they already knew that she had been at the killing of Barbara. And another witness said that she was also present for the killing of Doreen Levesque. So detectives decided to send Robin to Texas for quote unquote protection. But it was actually to keep her away from any of the other witnesses that would help them figure out what happened to Karen. Because they felt like if she was a part of this, she's going to manipulate these other people into saying that she wasn't. On April 13th, Karen Marsden was found in Westport. Her skull had been crushed.
Fuck.
And clumps of her hair was pulled out by the roots and just kind of scattered everywhere. Pieces of her clothes and 3 gutted cats had been lined up beside her, and the innards of the cats were scattered over stones formed into a triangle.
Lindsay! What the fucking cats?
I told you they sacrificed animals.
Lindsay!
Now, Detective Allen recognized the clothing as the same clothes she was wearing when he had dropped her off at the church. And skull x-rays confirmed that it was her, because she was unrecognizable, like as far as her face went. Like pieces of her jaw were missing.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Or not missing. I'm sorry. They were broken off. Like they were found, but they were not attached to her skull.
Completely mutilated.
Yeah, she was mutilated.
Either way.
Right.
Yeah. Fuck.
So detectives, they have Sonny Sparta call Robin over in witness protection on a recorded line. And she admits to killing Karen Marsden. Again, how old was she?
17.
Yeah. Now, with the taped confession, Robin was like, well, fuck. But can I make a deal? I have information on Doreen Levesque. So Robin says that her, Carl, a man named Willie Smith, had all been in Carl's car together when they picked up Doreen. This was before Doreen. She was the first one that was found. So, like Robin, Doreen also hadn't been working for a pimp, and Carl was trying to get her to work for him. Doreen was like, no, I'm good. And this pissed Carl off, and he told her that Satan always got what was due to him. And then he proceeded to slap her. Her mouth was now bleeding and she was crying. So Carl was like, well, now what do you say? And she still said, no, I'm not going to work for you. So this was when Carl would pull up behind the bleachers of the vocational high school. Robin says that Carl and Willie took Doreen away and then came back 10 minutes later without her, but had her shoes in hand. And this was the satanic ritual part of it. So you keep something that belongs to the person that you are sacrificing to Satan. You keep something that's on them.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like all of this is just charismatic young kids.
All these people are very young.
That are trying to push
Everybody
a narrative
here.
for a come up.
Right.
I feel like they're just going to push it to the whatever end and use whatever they can to make it happen.
Robin then proceeds to tell them in detail what happened the night Karen was killed. She said that her and Karen went to go see her son, Karen's son, who was in foster care, and then Carol Fletcher came and picked them up. Then they went to find Carol's boyfriend, which was another Carl named Carl Davis. And he was also a pimp. And he happened to be hanging out with Carl Drew. So we got Carl and Carl hanging out. They all get in the car.
There's too many pimps here.
Yeah. We got 2 pimps and 3 sex workers in the same car.
Oh, here we go.
They get in the car, and Carol began to drive over to Westport. They drive down a dark road. Carol then turns off the ignition, and Carl Drew tells Karen, your time has come. You talked to the police, and I told you not to. So Karen actually tells him that she's not afraid of him and that God will save her, to which he responded, God can't help you. The only one here is Satan. So Robin says that Carl made her, as in Robin, drag Karen by her hair and hit her until she drew blood, and then drag her by her neck to a clearing. And then the whole crew, everybody in the car, stoned her until she was barely conscious. Then Carl Drew, remember there's 2 Carls, so Carl Drew cut off her hand.
Fuck.
And Robin says that Carl ordered her to sexually assault Karen. So they beat her, they've stoned her, they've cut off her hand. Now Carl is having Robin sexually assault her. And then Carl cut her throat and removed her head.
Which goes back to what I was just saying about the fucking religion thing of Satanism. It's horrific. I mean, you're
I'm not even done.
But you're trying to use that as something for
for murder.
For murder. And you're just using it. It's
for the power play in the underworld of sex trafficking. Basically, yeah.
Wow.
So then he told Robin to pull out her hair, and they literally played soccer with her head.
What?
They kicked it around.
Lindsay.
Carl then carved a large X on Karen's torso while chanting and offering her soul to Satan. He took some of Karen's blood and put a bloody X on Robin's forehead and said, now you're one of us. After this confession, this is Robin's story to the detectives, okay? All of this that I just read. So Carl was arrested, and since he was locked up, or after he got locked up, more witnesses would come forward with information because they were no longer scared of him. Like, he was a very intimidating presence on Bedford Street. He was kingpin, like I said. Well, Andy Maltese would be sentenced to life after Robin said that he killed Barbara. Now, he died in prison not too long after, in 1987, after suffering from several strokes. Because he was already an older man. He was a nasty, dirty old man.
Yeah.
Carl Drew, he swore up and down that he was never a Satanist and knew nothing about cult rituals. But due to Robin's story and saying that he killed Doreen Levesque, he was also given a life sentence. Now, Willie Smith, who was in the car that night with Doreen, he would never be charged with anything because Robin decided to change her story right before his trial and said, you know what? I actually wasn't there. Karen was.
Really?
Karen was. And this was Karen's version of the story.
Wow.
And Karen is dead. So,
right.
Yeah.
It don't work.
Now, so Willie, he was able to go free. Now, Robin went to prison as well for participation in the murders. But guess what? After Andy, Carl, and Robin all get locked up, the Satanic cult just disappeared. Poof, gone.
Out of Fall River, bye.
Right. Now, in 2004, Robin was up for parole, and she tells the parole board that she made everything up. That it was Karen Marsden who had told her that Carl Drew had killed some people, and Robin used this to fabricate an entire story to get him off the streets because they were in competition.
That sounds fucking accurate.
Now, Robin, after saying that, was granted parole, but Carl remains in prison and has exhausted all of his appeals.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
Now, Robin, she went back to prison not too long after for violating parole by being associated with an ex-convict and was denied any other chance at parole. So Andy died, Carl and Robin still in prison.
Welcome
to this day.
back. Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I like I said, okay, so there is a docu-series about this and all this events where I got my information from on MGM Plus, and it's called Fall River. And it's wild. It's wild. Like, because the person that Carl Drew is now, it's hard to imagine him being the person that he was back then.
Well,
like he's,
they're master manipulators. Either way, they're going to use whatever narrative they can.
Street smart,
religion, whatever they can. They're going to bring up the most horrific things, and they're going to bring up the best, amazing things at the same time.
And there's a whole lot of Massachusetts accent on there. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, wicked good.
Wicked good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had this on, like I said, I had this on my list for some time, but I kind of mad at myself that I didn't cover this while we were there too. Like we could have done
Fall River's
it.
had enough though, Lindsay.
Fall River. We love you. You're a beautiful area.
Beautiful.
Yes.
But horrific.
They've been through some shit.
moments in time, in history. I mean, we could probably find so much more, but like,
oh yeah.
Whoa. To just intelligent people using whatever narrative they can in religion, in humanity, just to justify. And I think they were
all young. I think they were just all playing at some horrificness.
And honestly. And they were trying to make money and
so you got Carl and you got Robin, they're manipulative, and then you got Andy, he's a dirty old man who's been at this for a long time.
Oh, he knows the game. Yeah, he knows the game. Yeah. And
then you got all these poor sex workers who are just trying to survive.
That's where it comes in. Like, okay, you got an older head that's just like, I'm going to teach you how to do all these. Yeah, you can make money.
Carl was in his 20s, so he wasn't that old either.
Yeah, but there was older folks somewhere. We don't know about them yet. We don't know about them, Lindsay. We don't know about them, but there's fucking people plugging in that to build all that. There's other fuckeries in the fuckery, and they taught all them to use all this. They're young, impressionable people. It doesn't matter.
These are 3 absolutely horrific murders.
Murders, fucking full on.
And we don't really know who did them. I do believe that, I really believe that Andy killed Barbara because he had the supposed dream. Then he now was supposedly found Jesus and had a Bible every time he entered the police precinct or talked to the police. He had a Bible in hand.
Yeah, and with a rock that turned into a cinder block, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And he was supposedly hovering over her, and she was calling his name, even though she was dating a whole different dude, which at the same time, David, why the fuck didn't you report her missing? Why did Andy? You know why? Because Andy fucking killed her. So,
yeah, my dream has been a confession.
Right. But if Robin Murphy, and I'm sorry to be insufferable, as a 17-year-old, did kill these other 2 girls in that horrific manner, that's a scary human being.
Scary
as fuck. And they were scared of her.
Intelligent young people in the middle of all of this that's just trying to push something horrific, I feel like.
So in the documentary, they literally talk about like grown men were afraid of Robin Murphy as a 17-year-old. She would fight grown men, which made me think of your sister.
Yeah. No, balls to the walls, right? Balls to the walls. Yeah.
Which literally made me think of Shelly because you have told me about it. I've seen Shelly drop a dude.
Oh,
yeah.
250-pound man right on the sidewalk right on his fucking head.
And she was a cute chick, man. Oh, you have to watch the documentary. And I want, if we can, If you would be interested in watching this.
Let's do this.
Because I did sign up for the MGM free trial, so we might as well take advantage.
We're down.
Yeah.
We're finna watch that.
And that way we can hear that fucking accent that we like too. Yeah.
Yeah, wicked.
Fall River.
Fall River.
So this is kind of unsolved, really, because
But we know.
there's fingers pointing. Yeah, I do 100% believe that Andy was responsible for Barbara, but the other two, who knows?
Ugh.
So that wraps up my coverage on the Fall River cult.
Fall River.
Yes.
Well, fucking, I thank you for sharing so many things, Lindsay. Horrific things on Fall River. And we're back to Fall River. Oh, holy shit. I was in the plant most of the time, and I want to go back to the plant. Can I go back to the plant? Mm-hmm. I want to go back to
She's thriving over there, man. She's growing tall.
Yes.
Yeah. She's like starting to get into the blinds and stuff. She's hanging out.
I'm ready for some like more bloomage.
I know.
Every once in a while, it'll come up with this crazy cool bloom,
know.
and it's beautiful. Thank you for that.
And it fell off, and now it's in the pot. But I'm like, okay,
Your
maybe
plant.
some seedlings
It'll make you want it to grow.
will
We always
flower
want-
into the pot. Yeah, I'm not quite a green thumb. I'm getting there.
Yeah, kind of a like off OPEC, like bland kind of green. Fucking not really green, but you know.
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm a light green thumb.
No Tom Green over here, but yeah, whatever green you want to be.
Yes, the lightest shade of green thumb.
Lightest shade of green.
I have revived snake plant. I have spliced a wandering Jew. I have kept my Christmas cactus alive. I've kept these peace lilies alive. I've kept some succulents alive. I got a whole succulent garden going over
Things
here,
are
man.
blooming over here.
Yeah.
You want to put rocks in your succulents.
Yes, I need to
love
put rocks in the succulents when they get a little taller,
Hell yeah.
because they wish they was a baller.
So that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
I mean, that was a lot.
That was a lot.
A lot of information.
A lot of youngins that have power and charisma.
Little baby. I mean, I'm sorry, but under 25, I consider you a baby.
Yeah, that much moxie. If we can say moxie, if you know what moxie is.
What's that?
Like the charisma of pushing a whole fucking thing toward a come up. Like, I got the balls to be like, I want to push this no matter what it is.
Well, you had a power struggle between
Yes.
Carl and Robin.
Yes.
Then you got this old dirty man, old dirty nasty
Old dirty bastard.
pedophilic man.
Yes. ODB.
And they were all key players here. But with all that being said, what band are you going to plug today for us, Jesse?
I have a really cool band from Canada. Canada.
Send me some maple syrup.
I know. I just heard that there might be some things moving from Canada over here. I like Crown Royal,
Oh, okay.
but I love Crown Royal.
I know you do.
Love Canadian whiskey. It's one of my favorites. One of my fucking favorites. This is For All the Emptiness from Canada.
That's the name of the band?
Yes.
From all, is it For
All the
Okay,
Emptiness.
I'm going to go ahead and follow them.
Yes. And this song is called Sell the Sins, Lindsay. Isn't that fucking... I did not plan it, I swear.
I know you didn't, because you had no... I didn't... What? So Jesse will print out my script, and usually he'll see the title, but I just put initials for the title on this one, so he wouldn't know at all.
So, yes, Sell the Sins from For All the Emptiness. Check this shit out.
Sell the stain of the sins. Convince them that they are holy. Make them one with their God. Then watch the world. To explain the hatred of me, how can love be viewed as immorality? Calling harmless masses, propagating lies, inventing brand new victims and loving guys. Slaughter
Lindsay.
That was so fun.
Wasn't it? It was just
Juckin'.
so amazing.
They reminded me of Electric Cowboy.
Yeah, it was just like Pitch Shifter or Prodigy or something like that. That's what
Electric
I was thinking.
Cowboy was what
Electric
I
Cowboy.
thought of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really cool band. I love it. Really cool music. Either way, I love it.
I went ahead and followed them on Spotify because that's the platform that I use. So on Instagram, for all the emptiness, they are described as a Canadian dark wave music. And that's
what we
it.
had in the 90s too. I love that kind of music.
I love it. I love it so much.
Coming back. Love it.
We had a blast with them. We were jucking and jucking and jucking and jucking.
Yes.
And I want to watch some of their videos just because I want to see like their mannerisms in their videos and stuff. Yeah.
It's so fun. Love it. Love the
Absolutely.
sound. Support them. Love it. Support it.
Yes. Support the bands. And if you want to support us, it doesn't cost you a thing. All you need to do is like, subscribe, review, share, comments. Give us some feedback, some interaction. Would totally appreciate that. So our next episode will air on Black Friday. So we want to go ahead and tell you happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We hope if you don't eat turkey, if you don't eat ham, if you don't eat meat, enjoy whatever it is you're going to enjoy that day. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, we support that too.
Yeah.
So whatever. Yes. Yeah. We're going to have some turkey and some ham and some green bean casserole. We're going to do all the traditional shit.
We're going to give thanks
We're going to give thanks
to people that we need to thank.
Yes. We're going to have a little family day. And then by the time our next episode airs, Jesse and I will be Christmas shopping.
Doing the thing.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Easy now.
And we're gonna have we're about to enjoy some Christmas tree Little Debbie cakes.
Ooh.
But before that, I'm gonna take a sip of this drink.
Little
Rattle, rattle.
Deborah's. We're going to do the things. I want you to see that on our socials. I think we need to do that on our socials.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna recap, and we're gonna have another episode out, and then we will be taking a break because I do have a very busy week during the Thanksgiving time period.
Do you know?
I do.
We do. We both
and
go ham. We would go ham.
but we will we'll recap the next episode that's going to come out after this one, and we'll recap our little Black Friday day, and
yeah,
we're gonna go watch Wicked that day. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
all the fun stuff.
Maybe go to Chili's and get some Wicked margaritas.
Wicked.
I don't know.
It's gonna
We'll
be
see.
wicked
We'll see what
good.
the day holds, but we'll recap it. We will let you know what happened, and we'll give you our little review on Wicked.
Yeah. By the way, like Wicked is something they use a lot in the New England area, which is
Wicked
crazy.
Wicked crazy.
Wicked crazy
Wicked
stories, Lindsay.
I know. So I hope you enjoyed this. And we forgot to talk about this at the beginning, but if this is your first time, welcome.
Yeah.
What we do is we have a couple of drinks. We talk about true crime. Jesse doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
Jesse is always oblivious, and he plugs an incredible band at the end that we do have permission to play. And
that's what we do.
that's pretty much it. We're going to
Yeah.
wrap it up. Make sure you follow us, like, subscribe, drink about something out sight. Follow us on our personals, Jesse Standby, Lindsay Standby.
all the stuff, dude. We want
All
to
the
see
stuff.
you on everything. Come and share and do the things.
Follow us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hit us up.
We love you so much. Thank you for continuing to listen to our people that have been here since the beginning.
Yeah.
We're so grateful. We love you.
I sent some stuff to our number one fan.
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully she gets that soon. Mm-hmm. And that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. And
I mean, like, so much. Thank you
So
for
much.
all the support. We could not be more grateful for our little fun hobby here that we do eventually want to make a career out of.
yeah, we're gonna find another number one fan soon, and I'll send some stuff to you too.
Yes.
That's what I've been promising, and I've fulfilled that part.
You sure have.
Yeah, it's on the way. So keep on sharing. Keep on.
So
doing
make sure you
things.
check out our recap of this episode on Wednesday and then a brand new episode next Friday, which will be Black Friday. Listen to us while you're shopping. And if you're not like physically shopping, if you're online and you're like transitioning your house into Christmas decor, plug us.
Yeah.
Put us in your headphones.
We'll see you then, though. Thank you so much. We love you.
Bye.